Hello everyone, how everything going? In this tutorial right here, we're gonna be going over what is data types. Java, for you to store data, you gotta let Java know what kind of data you storing. Alright, now let me try to give you a scenario. Say like if you packing up to go home, right? Or you packing up to move. You packing up to move, right? How can I say this? You packing up the move and you putting stuff in boxes. So in order for you to know what you put in certain boxes, you gotta write it. You gotta write on that box what you putting in that box. That's like data types. You gotta let Java know what you putting in that box. So say for instance, you have dishes, you have shoes, you have clothes, and you have cosmetics or whatever, and you packing up the move. So you putting all this stuff in the box. If you don't write on this box, if you don't write on these boxes what's in these boxes, you'll never know. You gotta open all the boxes, then it'll be a headache. So you're gonna write on every box what you putting inside that box, whether it's shoes, dishes, clothes. You're gonna write them out, and that's what you're gonna put in the box. So Java is the same way. You gotta write what you put inside that box. So now let's say with Java, data types consist of integers, which is numbers, floats, doubles, and strings, right? And characters. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you right now what I'm talking about, what data types is, so you'll have a little understanding real quick. So let's just say we start another class, right? We start a class. So we start a class, right? In order for you to know what you put in this box, you gotta let Java know what you put. So say if you got users, or the user age, or the username, the user address, the user birth date. So say if you had the username, that'll be a string because that consists of letters, right? So let's just say we got the username, right? And in order to store it, you gotta let Java know what kind of data it is. So if it's a string, you gotta say string, like that's any kind of name, or like letters, names, or email addresses, stuff like that. That's a string. So say we say name, we say users, right? No, we say name. Right? We say name, then the user got the age. So say for age, that's number, so we gotta say integer. So we're gonna say int. You see int age. Right? And you see how I name the variables? I close it with a semicolon. You could put it on the same. Nah, because that's different, so you can't do that. But just say if you see I got integer. If you got some more data that you gotta put in there, you can say birthday. Say like you can say. You don't have to put everything on a different line, but you can't. So say you say name, and I'm gonna say last name. And right here, I'm gonna say first name. Now you see how I got everything on the same line right here. You can do that in Java, but for safer practices, it's better to put everything on a different line so you can see what's going on when you have errors or whatever. So for safe practices, we just gonna put everything on a different line. So we got first name, last name, and we got age, right? That's what you call data types. Then we got floats. We got floats. We're gonna say that's called we got doubles. We'll say double. Then we got characters. These data types, this is how you let Java know what you storing. If you don't write, if you don't tell Java what you storing in the Java, your program will be messed up. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. So now I just say, okay. So we're gonna say we're gonna say first name equals. We're gonna say my first name. Then we're gonna say last name equals hold on, I put my first name. Now we got age. Oh shit. We got age equals, I'm 34, so I'm gonna write 34. Right? And I'm gonna erase these because y'all understand basically what doubles is. So say, and we got the total price. Total price equals, we're gonna say we're gonna say total price. We're gonna erase float. We're gonna erase cash. So now we're gonna see. We're gonna say this one. Okay, let me run this. So I'm gonna run this. So what I got? Herman Jackson is the age 34 and he signed up for $100. Okay. So now we're gonna run this real quick. Now you see what it say right here? It say Herman Jackson is. Let's run it over. Now you see when we run this, what it say? Herman Jackson is the age 34 and he signed up for $100. Now, let's say if I change this last name right here. So I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna change this last name. Go up here where we initialize these variables at, and I'm gonna say right here, well, last name. I'm gonna say int, right? I'm gonna say int. Now watch when I run it. It's not gonna work because it's gonna throw me an error. It's gonna throw me an error. What exception it throw? So string cannot be converted to int. So you gotta be specific about what you putting inside, what data you storing inside, what data types you using. If you using the integer, you can't say string unless you convert it to an int. Don't get me wrong, you can do whatever you want to do, but I mean, if it's a string, you initialize it to a string. If it's a integer, which is a number, a integer. If it's a character. These what you call data types, and it's more data types too, and which I'm gonna show you. But this how you initialize. This how you initialize your data types by naming it at the front: integer, string, double, character, float. You gotta be specific. If you want to know more about this, I advise. I'm not gonna go like too in depth or stay too long on the subject. I mean, but if you want to know more, I advise you to go